Yo, yo, yo. This is the podcast that never was. I'm your host, Metris. Here with my guys is Tay.
Long live Giddy, we here.
And Dre.
What's up?
And also Josh.
Yo.
Today we got a special guest in here.
Hello, I'm Aliyah. I'm here today.
She a little shy, as you guys can see.
Speak up.
Oh my gosh.
And today we got a special episode, spirituality versus religion. We're going to start it off by getting the definitions of those. We got religion, which means...
As it reads here, it is the belief in a God or gods and the activities that are connected with this belief, such as praying or worshiping in a building, such as a church or a temple.
And we got the definition of spirituality.
Spirituality, in a way that relates to or affects the human spirit or the souls as opposed to material or physical things. It says being a spiritual person is synonymous with being a person whose highest priority is to be loving to yourself and others.
They got any more about religion, or is this just
I
silent?
see one that says a personal set or institutionalized system of religious attitude, beliefs, and practices. It's a cause, principle, or system of beliefs held to order and faith.
So with those two, I think I'm gonna start with our guest today. And which one would you prefer?
So, to be in my definitions of spirituality and to be religious, I feel like is a person that goes by the book, goes by rules, goes by you have to be this way, you have to be that way. Even with different types of religions, I feel like a person that's just religious just doesn't believe in being spiritually free. Now, as far as being a spiritual person, I feel like you're just led by your spirit. You know, like led to the freeness of your spirit and the fullness of your spirit. And I just feel like I would choose spirituality any day over being just strictly religious.
You feel like, in a sense, religion is like a structure.
Regardless
of which one you choose, it's still that same box of rules.
Right. Because I feel like with different religions, they make you feel like, well, you can't do this and this and this and this.
Belittling.
Yeah, you can't live this way, but God is such a loving God that He forgives you for everything, but you going to hell just because you this.
Yeah.
Just because you are alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not.
Have you always been like that?
No, actually, I haven't. I was like always a very churchy girl. I was church. I was raised in the church. I was at church. I was the first one there, last one leaving. You know, type choir practice every time we had choir practice. Sunday school every time we had Sunday school. You know, like that was always, you know.
So when did it like switch over?
Like, I mean, I've always been a spiritual person. Like, I've always had different spiritual gifts that I noticed other people are like when I was small, like other kids around me didn't have, and so I mean, I realized at a young age that I had, you know, that I was a spiritual person, and then like I started having questions about like religion and like the stuff itself, like why does this happen or why does it say this? But then
curiosity
it says this.
into it.
Yeah, and then it was like I started seeing there's like an in between place where it's just like this is contradicting itself.
It's a tug of war.
It says one thing, but then means another or says the same thing. It's just, you know, it was just a lot. And then like I just started really just doing research on like. Really, it's just about knowing your ancestors, who your ancestors are, who your ancestors were, like where you're from, like digging deep into like your roots, the roots of who you are, your family.
Just finding your soul in a sense.
Yeah. So like, I mean, once you do that, you know, and start, you know, meditation is what really helped me, like what really brought my spirituality to the level that it is now. Like I just. Like, because I used to have, like, bad anger problems. Like, that was bad. And I was just, like, it was to a point where I was ruining my life because I wasn't, like, realizing like, okay, like, you acting crazy with this anger. You got to calm down or whatever. So I like people. People just be like, you need to just focus and calm down. You find ways to help you not be angry or whatever. And I'm like, whatever. So I started like meditating and just taking certain times out of my day just to specifically be to myself, just to specifically, be thankful, be peaceful, and it just went from there. Like,
Do you think it's the best decision for you?
I do, because like whenever, I mean, like a lot of people, when they go to church, they hear that one church song, they get chills, and that's just what is for them. Like that's what's for them. That's what gets them through the week. That's what helps them through the week. But as far as it is for me, like it's what helps me. It's what I believe.
Yeah, that's just you.
Yeah.
Tay, where you at, man?
I ain't like. I don't really got much to say to tell you the truth, but it is. I mean, I grew up in a Baptist church, so I mean, the set core values that you have, they were just set, and that was just something you went by. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality, like, I don't think was really taught or like looked at as okay, like an open process, as it is now, because it's kind of free, And I like to feel the spirit, like I can feel people's spirits. So I think that's what really pretty much gets me a vibe off people in general, nowadays. But I mean, growing up with those core values, I've always kept those. So it's like, I mean, you can bend the rules. I ain't gonna sit here and say like I don't go to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Just sometimes being lazy, but I do also feel bad for not going every Sunday like I used to. That's just how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? You fight that sometimes, like, man, I really need to go to church. I really need to start doing this. I really try not to just come to God, because I only pray to one God, and not try to just come to Him when I just need something. Like I'm in the need of this. No, I need to be practicing it.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to live within that faith or whatever that religion that I'm going to, I need to be practicing it. And I know right now, I ain't doing everything as the Holy Spirit want me to do.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? You come and you live and you learn and you grow, And I like her responses, so.
What about you, Jay?
I don't fuck with religion. I'm just keep it a book. I'm more spiritual. It came with time, because I'm saying I think everybody probably in here grew up in the church, going to church every Sunday, being in there all day. Especially black churches.
Yeah.
You go ahead, be there at 10:30, don't leave them 1. Hell, that's being generous.
Yeah, that's
You
probably gonna eat after church to have another service after that.
You can't watch the 1 o'clock games on Sundays. You gotta watch the 4:15s.
Definitely
That
don't
might
have no.
explain why you became a Cowboys fan, because they always play at 4:15.
But don't get caught with no extra service. But yeah, you gonna be there all day. I'm saying it was something. Grew up to learn my grandparents, pastors or whatever, but as life went on, I just started questioning shit and just trying to seek answers that some stuff you can't even find answers for, and it was just a lot of like, what are we praising this for if there's no real symbol, like real
entity to it.
Like you can't show me a
Where's
like
the evidence, the proof?
Yeah, where's the evidence? Like you praising something you'll never see, and then just. We'll get in more than later on, like some of the other stuff.
So that's some of the things of why you chose spirituality further on.
Yeah, because it's more, with me, it was more free and just more yourself. It's like...
I feel like it's more inner self.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's like a self-awareness.
Yeah.
It's more more just being true to self, just...
I mean, but I believe in God. Like, God is real. Like, God is real.
We're gonna get into that too.
My bad.
Well, yeah, it's just being more free, being more open with yourself, and more self-belief instead of
just fully
going to somebody to try to solve some shit, when most of the time you need to look at yourself and get it out yourself. Like, most of that shit is caused by your actions. So you need to do something to change that. It ain't gonna change by you praying to somebody or doing that. You need to buckle down, be accountable, and go get this shit done.
I really feel similar, of course. Just being in the church all the time, growing up in the church, it just make you like question things because they try to keep you from a lot, and it's just like more of a why can I just explore in a sense of just seeing what I like and what I may believe or whatever. But as a kid, you understand it. But like just growing up, they gonna steer you how they were steered or whatever. But yeah, just doing just more research about it, and like you were saying, just it's not really too much evidence other than a book of other people's look on it. It's not even the person that we praising in itself. It's just 12 other viewpoints.
And that's being filtered a lot too. So
Yeah, and then it's different versions of it. Then there's different meanings of the words that it was used at that time to it is now, and it's just a lot of different stuff that has changed over time, and it just feels like a dated situation now when you look at religion and how everything's turning out. It's just a lot more spirituality in the I feel like it's everywhere, honestly. You just see more people more open about it and accepting it more just because like we have more information to seek and find out this is not true, this is not this or that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just easier to find out what you want for yourself, and what you can dig up is what you gonna either say is true or not at the end of the day. So what they put in front of you is what you can hold on to until you get older or whatever. But at that point, you gonna go like I did, research a little bit, and then be like, this is kind of fishy. This is kind of this and that. And it's just like, I don't know. But at the same time, you don't just rule it out because it's belief in it. It's the same, you know what I'm saying? It's belief in it just like it's belief in what you believe in if you don't believe in religion. So you can't just rule it out. It's just one of those things where you can't, it's not even take it too personal, but it's just like more or less you can't put your personal belief on it because it's something that you can either, it's a give or take. You know what I'm saying? You can either take it or not. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to do nothing to you if you don't or do. It's just whatever the case is. So people who are religious aren't, you know what I'm saying, bad as religious people would make other people look at. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you going to hell, this and that, because you're not who I am. You know what I mean? No, it's none of that shit. And I think that's why I like spirituality, because it's less judgment in it. It's just, like she was saying, just freedom in a sense. Yeah. So that's probably why I would choose spirituality over religion. Or why I did choose spirituality over religion. But we'll go to our last host right here, Josh, and see what he has to say about everything.
That's a lot. I don't really know if it's either or for me. I mean, I'm still pretty religious, so I still have things that I practice, but I don't go to church like I used to, and I am more of an adult now, can form my opinion, but I'd say I'm somewhere in between.
When could you say you start questioning things you think?
Yeah, probably middle school age, maybe a little bit before that. Just trying to. You always have questions, but from that sense, I've never really sat down and read my entire Bible either, and analyze every single little word or detail to try to find some of the answers I probably could have found without asking somebody. I never did the researching myself, so I mean, I'm pretty sure most people are like that too. Like you question a lot of things and you don't look into it. Or you ask somebody and they really don't know the answer, which makes it even worse, makes you believe something less, especially when you don't know something. There's not that there's not an answer. Like,
it's just you can get
you
5
ask
different
somebody,
ones.
you expect to know somebody that you expect to know the answer and they don't have it. I think it's all religion in general or anything is just language. It's how you interpret it. All of us, we clearly can say one thing and it's absorbed, 4 different ways in this room, 5 different ways. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be on the same playing field. Some people are going to take things more serious than others, and a lot of people are going to most people take the path of least resistance. So if you do something that, even if you feel like it doesn't better yourself, you'll you won't try to pursue it because it's going to give you some kind of discomfort, or you'll make an excuse because it's going to give you some kind of discomfort. But I mean, that's just all in the person's own opinion. But me myself, I'm probably somewhere in the middle.
Is it important to you? You think? Do you think you're in the middle because it's not that important, or you think you're in the middle?
I'm not in the middle because it's not that. If it wasn't that important, then I wouldn't follow anything. No, I mean, I say it because I don't practice as much. Like, I'm a Christian, but I don't go to church every Sunday. That's more for me being lazy than anything. I mean, my work schedule, but I can still, make it twice a month if I really wanted to. That's my fault. But I had that bad habit of, since I become an adult, like go out on the weekends, and the only time you'll catch me at church is if it's a special event, somebody died, or it's a holiday, which is unfortunate.
I've seen both sides of that.
I mean, I'm with you on that, bro, because, like, that's me, you know what I'm saying? On Sunday morning, most of the time, Sunday is my rest day anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, you know what? Let me just cut on Channel 3 and watch something, like I'm in church or something, bro. That's how I used to do. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you no lie. Like,
but I'm like you, Tay. I feel bad about not going. Like,
it's like
it makes me feel like
it's like a guilty,
nasty on the inside.
Yeah.
Like I really do. Like I take my brother to my grandma's every morning, so he can, like on Sunday morning, so he can go to church. Like, we make sure he gets there some way, somehow. He still goes. I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm not gonna deny it. Like, if my wife wanted to go, I'd be like, we'll go. Or, if I didn't feel like going, I'd tell her, don't let me slow you down with anything you want to do. It's not one of those things. I'm not against it. I need to get back in the routine.
Okay, well, I got a question. Since you said that y'all feel bad for not going to church, think about how many times you're supposed to interact with God or talk to God. How many times do you do that a day?
A lot. A whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'll ask a question and not talk back to myself or say anybody says anything to me. I'll just, try to figure things out. But I do it probably, I don't even count, but it's countless times on a daily basis.
So why do you think that interaction with him is less important? It's like, why do you think going to church is way more important than just speaking to him daily? Like, why do you think that's just such feel bad?
I never said that. I don't feel as if I think that's something you should do.
I'm saying, like, your guilt. Why do you have such a guilt
when you don't go to church, but you still talk to him throughout the day?
But you still have that connection. Like, that's what
If I can answer that, it's just how you was brought up.
So like, you have more of a guilty pleasure because of the people that you may affect. If, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to church. I feel bad because I was raised that way. So my family would, you know what I'm saying? They probably ain't looking at
I mean, but granted, when I go to church, I always get a good feel. Like, I leave church on a good vibe.
Yeah.
It's very, my heart seems like it's pure at times whenever I come out of church. Even though when a lot of times I step into church and I feel like I done committed the most sins than anybody in the church. So I think some of that is the reason why, like, man, I kind of used to waver off. Like, damn, bro, I know I'm going to get out and I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to keep cussing or keep having sex and ain't married, all this other shit that people just, excuse my
pile on you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, like, the guilt for me is, that type of stuff. And then just how I was raised. Like, you go to church. Like, I went to church every Sunday, bro, all throughout high school. And then going to Gardner Webb, you got, like, student church on Tuesdays. I even was going to that.
Yeah, Montreal had chapel on Wednesday.
I mean, it was cool.
10 a.m.
Yeah, it was. Ours was late, though. Ours was like 7-something at night. Yeah. But it was cool, man. I was like, okay, this the feeling vibe that I'm getting. Because I ain't going on Sundays. Mm-hmm. But then once I got out on my own, it was just like,
you got control of it now.
Yeah, like, bro.
When it becomes that simple, it becomes that easy. Right. You know what I'm saying? To not. And that might just be the only thing it really was. Is you got control of how you seek it now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
True.
What about you?
What was the question?
Is religion important to you? I guess.
Religion, how do I describe? The importance to me is because those that I love and those that I'm close to, a lot of them still focus and practice these things. So they practice religion. So yes, it is important to me in a sense. So like, if my grandma was to call me today and say, "Baby, I need you to come to church," I'm there, and I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be happy. But you know,
So your family's important to you.
yeah, I guess.
that's
I don't know, like, I
Yeah,
guess.
that you
But
doing
as to me, like,
You would
as far
compromise.
as, yeah, like, it's just not something that I prefer, I guess.
So if you're gonna be true to self, then you need to explain that to your people that this how you feel, and they need to accept it.
I mean, it's not necessarily a true to self thing, because it's not all about me, because I know that I get everything that comes to me, everything that I receive is from God. I'm not like saying that.
You're not a selfish person.
Yeah,
You
like,
let whatever comes to you come naturally.
Yeah. Like, I'm not somebody that's just like, oh, God is. There's no God, and just because I don't go to church no more, God, I don't believe in God, I'm gonna go out here and just be a devil worshiper or something.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't dare, because like I know that God is real. Like, there's just I'm going into deeper. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you good.
I'm answering other questions.
Well, that's the second part of it. Of, do you
okay.
believe in God? I mean, so
Yes, I believe that God is real. I know God is real. God's real. God's real.
What about you, Drake? How important is religion to you?
Bro. I mean, honestly, I don't even think about, like, it would be more.
Well, we could turn
I
it to
guess.
why isn't it important to you, since we know your answer of it.
You don't know my answer. I ain't said it yet. But as far as it's more Christianity, like, that whole thing in itself is just a whole bunch, because I'm saying this shit was put on us as slaves, and to this day we still going by the same rules. And
It wasn't, though, because Christianity existed before slavery.
But it was implemented to slaves
But
for control.
there was African
That couldn't-
Christians.
well,
There were African Christians before
I understand that,
I mean,
but that was put on them to control them.
Because they couldn't read.
yeah, true.
It gave them
So
a
now-
sense of to have somebody to look or go to when something was going on, to give them a sense like, oh, somebody's coming to help, or something like that.
Yeah, that false hope.
Yeah, pretty much what it was. And to this
Savior.
day, like, we still do the same shit that was put into place way back then, and still followed by all of that. And I don't know. And then with that, they try to box you in where you can't seek, like, if you was to look at other religions or see something in other religions that you seen that might attract you. Like, even if you thought about switching or going somewhere else, you would be looked at like, oh, you a traitor, or however they do whatever. But because it's other stuff in different religions that I'm sure people would like be accepting of, but being a part of that, they just is they way or no way or no other way. And that, far as that part, is I don't like that. But some stuff, like, I've read some stuff on that I agree with, but far as like being labeled to one, I wouldn't do that. But I'm saying that I wouldn't say it's important, but some of the things that I guess some practice is cool. But yeah, for
So different religion, you mean like different religion in general, or or just different? So you got like, you're Christian, but there's.
No, I'm not nothing.
I'm not saying. I'm giving an example.
Okay.
Of, so you have Christian, but you have different denominations of Christianity, like Baptist, Lutheran, different denominations. You know, there's.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm
like,
saying I guess I don't.
I'm asking you, Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm asking you. Let's let me finish it. I'm asking. So you're saying like there's different gods? Is that like what you're saying? Like different religions where you worship different things? Okay.
I'm saying not far as me, but I'm saying
the practices of other religions.
Other ones, they have different people they pray to or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, if you was to be subject to one, like going outside of that, and I guess just being free, you would be looked down upon because you're going against whatever they expect you to be a part of. But I'm saying, I guess it's important to whoever follow by it. But as far as me, not so much.
I got a question. Man. You grew up in like going to church on Sundays, right?
Yep, every Sunday.
When did you start feeling that way though? Did you feel like that? Like when did you just start saying, all right, well,
Well, as far as one, I became like, far as going, is that one of the things? Going to church? I don't know. But
No.
I know.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't just.
Yeah. But I started questioning shit probably. I guess that's more the like as far as the question.
So you went like you tried to educate yourself on some things, and you still couldn't find the answer. You know, honestly, bro, I've been like that for a long time. Like even in school, like I'm like, whoa, hold on. The way you saying this going down ain't the way my pastor saying this. Like y'all got two different meanings of this.
Yeah.
So if I'm telling you, like, you know, you got it in school, you got New Testament, Old Testament, whatnot. I'm saying this, what my pastor's saying, you saying this.
Yeah.
But technically, this is right. But what you saying is right too. What's really the wrong? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could never put that together.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah, because it's certain religions go against what other people do, and like Jehovah's Witness don't do like the holidays and shit. Like it's just all of them have different stuff that they do, and I guess what they subscribe to. But I'm saying shit. I was going to church every Sunday up until I guess probably to I was grown enough to say I ain't going.
Really,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for the most part, I would still go here and there, like whatever. And then it's probably, I say about 3-4 years ago, it's just everything just started changing. I just started changing as a person and just different shit like that. So I just started questioning shit and just doing research and just reading and all that type of stuff. And I don't know, I just wanted to know more, and then shit, a lot of the stuff I was asking couldn't find no answer for, or like it's just the more I read, the more I was just like, nah, I ain't really fucking with this. But it was just, I guess, educating myself on a lot that turned me away. And then just learning more history just about black culture and just stuff like that just threw me off of it.
So you'd say you're atheist?
I ain't putting no label on nothing.
So do you believe in God? I don't want to make it like I put you on the hot seat.
I don't care. I'm here for it. I ain't. As far as the one they describing in that Bible, hell nah. Like you describing a man that, like the description of the man looked nothing like the picture everybody subscribes to. Like no. And in my opinion, nobody's here without a woman. So how is God a man?
That's how. I think God's a woman myself. I didn't even know you thought that, but I think that myself. I really do. Because there's certain words in the Bible that mean breastfed and that mean nipple. Like, and it's just like, and if you put certain things in order, you'll understand where it's falling in place and how it's a lot, man.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
Yeah, like
bro,
I believe like,
that I've came across. Not saying it's a lot for the right or wrong, because I don't know what's right or wrong. My opinion, his opinion.
Yeah, nobody knows. That's the thing.
Exactly. There's no absolute, but we praise it as if it's an absolute. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of fishy.
Yeah, but I'm saying no one is here without a woman, so I don't see how somebody that created everybody isn't the one that produces everyone. Like,
and it's crazy because some people will get furious when these conversations arise, but it's just like how can you dispute a lot of it? You know what I mean?
And then the ones that dispute it, you can't show me shit that's gone.
Other than the book that we all got this based off of.
And most of them only pick certain parts that they go by, and the ones that parts that they don't go with, they just don't bring it up. They just go against that
hypocrisy.
But, it's just, man, yes. Christians in general are the biggest hypocrites that you can find out here, I believe. A lot of them, anyway. I ain't gonna say 100%, but
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
a lot.
of them.
yeah,
There's some good
motherfuckers
Christians,
going
but
there.
there's some that's just like, you need to sit down because in 1974 you sleeping with her husband.
Hell, 1974
you trying to tell
at
somebody-
2 o'clock they leaving that motherfucking church and doing what the hell they want to.
Right.
Coming there, damn, acting one way and leave doing another
Leave
thing.
doing other.
Like,
That shit killed me about it. Like,
judgmental as hell. Like,
yeah.
man, get the hell out of here with that shit.
Money, all about money.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm
But
sure all
for-
other religions are the same way though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Judaism,
Well, yeah.
Catholicism.
Yeah, religion in general, that
Just
word.
People, like I always say, people are gonna be people.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they're gonna take the path of least resistance and do what they want to do, regardless of what they should do, or what somebody else says they should do. Or I'm not saying that they're doing right or wrong. I'm just saying that it's always
Because I could go be a part of another religion and be looking at Christians a funny way. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm the same way.
But that's the
That
thing
point.
with religion. Like,
In general,
once you get in that bubble, you looking at everything else like they dirty or something. Like, and that shit, I don't think that should be how people should think. You just putting yourself in a box to be closed minded and not be open to what other people are doing and what other people think. But as far as believing in God, I'm saying it's a higher power, but as far as where everybody subscribe, well, my guess most people, everybody don't believe in the same God, but yeah.
So you do think there's a deity, you just not saying you putting a
It's
label on
something. Yeah, it's something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, otherwise you'd be atheist. So I mean, to be atheist and believe there's no.
I'm saying you can say that, but
I'm just saying like the literal definition.
I know
like,
that's what the
like,
definition is, but I still won't put no
deity.
label on
I'm
it.
not saying that you're atheist.
You feel there's a creator.
That's something.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. I feel like there's a higher power. And religion to me is, it is what it is. It's not really important, but it's not something that I'm going to just bash for no reason. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying
It's just upon this earth, just as politics is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a lot of stuff just floats as a structure. And once you understand that they all work in the same rule book, it's the same thing, no matter what you try to take from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, for me, yeah, it's not really that important. I do believe in a higher power of some sort, though. What moments have occurred to make you feel that there's something spiritual, like, you know what I'm saying, something real, God, or a higher being of some sort? Let me start with Josh.
I don't have a moment with no divine intervention for me.
Yeah.
Just,
I feel like, going off of that, I feel like it's more like it's like an everyday basis. Like when you just make it out of certain things, like, whew, boy, thank God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just certain moments like that is when it just click. Like, oh.
But then again, was the situation bad enough for you to not be here? Like some of that shit, like people give praise to him, but some of the shit,
it's self-inflicted.
Yeah, or it just wasn't. It wasn't
bad enough to be severe to.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel what you're saying. So, well, yeah, I mean, that's the way I look at it. Like, just moments like that. It's like, I thank God. Ooh.
But that just go off of how he was brought up and what was instilled.
Because it might not be him at all. It might just be what you said, choices, and just it wasn't enough physical pressure or it wasn't enough this or that to make the situation happen. So, I mean... But I mean, if you look at it like that, it's hard not to look at all of it like that. If you look at it like that, so I'm not saying that you don't look at it like that. Like for everything else in life, period. Like you can't think of God at all, in a sense, if you like look at it like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Most of the shit happening in your life is because of decisions you made throughout your life.
Yeah, choose wisely.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm starting to realize. It's really just choices. You know what I'm saying? Like. If I would have made that choice, I would have been where that person is. Or I would have been where, you know what I'm saying? But I made these choices and I was consistently making good choices so good things come upon that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I mean, that just might be common sense. Some people make dumb choices commonly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then they say, oh, why are you doing this to me? No, nigga, you doing this to yourself. Like.
So that question is a good question because it make you really like think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe the moments,
Yeah.
Let me see if I make good choices. Let's see if it'll keep, you know.
Right.
And then when you notice, oh, it's just choices.
Right.
You might just be more comfortable in life. You know what I'm saying?
Mindful
Like,
of what you're doing with yourself.
yeah, that's all it is. It's self-awareness in a sense. So yeah, but anybody got anything else to harp on that question? 'Cause,
I mean, I feel like you.
yeah,
Like, honestly.
I feel the same. Like I feel the same way. Like you know, like. And going back on what he said, you know, a lot of stuff happens to where, you know, like people out here that be like, oh, I'm out here selling all these drugs, but I get locked up and y'all,
They hating on me.
Free Ray. Oh my gosh.
no, Ray knew what Ray was doing.
Everybody send prayers to the jailhouse.
But y'all wasn't telling Ray to stop.
Right, exactly.
Y'all was calling Ray to get a little half off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that, like people. Well, and then people that got off on stuff like that.
Yeah.
They can be like, oh, thank God that you know. I mean, it's just all about choices and not necessarily. You know, saying that it was God. It could have just been the way stuff was working, you know, like, you know.
Most time they just put you back out there so they can wrap your ass up to put you away for good.
Shit, that ain't no lie.
Yeah, they just build a case on your ass.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, we'll get them.
So, next question. We got one God versus self-God versus multiple gods. What are we rocking with? I'm gonna start this one myself. I'm gonna go with self-God. Cause like he was saying, I feel like most things are self-inflicted. Like just taking care of yourself, choice. Being around bad people, choice. Doing dumb, choice. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff is really self. So if you could be known, if you could find yourself to a point where you really comfortable and deeply like within your soul in a sense, and you'll be like, oh, I'm comfortable making that decision because I know me. I know who I am as a person to the point where I can make these decisions and be comfortable with what comes out of it, knowing the consequences. Even if it's something that taught you something, it's not a mistake, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's not something for you to call the devil's name and just say, oh, that was the devil's work. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some things really just don't work out sometimes. I mean, if they did, everybody would be perfect. You know what I mean? So I personally go with self-God when it comes to that one. But who wants to go next?
I believe in I believe that God lives within us. Like how they always, the Bible says he'll never leave or forsake you. He's supposed to be.
And they also got like he's an image of us, right?
Like he created us in his own image. So I feel like if God created us that way, and I believe what Dre and Mitchell was saying earlier about you know, God being a female or whatever, spiritually, I don't necessarily feel that there's a gender role when it comes to who God is. To me, God is just a presence. God is. I don't know how to describe it, but like I don't feel like there's a gender role on him or God, period. I feel like God is whoever or whatever you need him to be at that time. I feel like if you are you in life, you fucking up, and he sends you that friend that's just on your ass about everything. Get it together, do what you gotta do. That's God. I feel like God is that grandma that when
the signs.
Yeah, when you fucking up and you ain't living right, and you know, I mean, ain't living right to me is you out here lying all the time about stupid shit or taking from people for no reason, or you know, just doing wild shit, like, and then that grandma calls you and like, hey, you slipping up, and then you get that instant feeling within yourself to want to do better. I feel like God is that, oh my Lord, I only got my gas tank on E. And then you go into the gas station and somebody like, this has never happened to me, I'm just saying, but like you go into the gas station and somebody like, here's $5. Now I've had people just randomly like just give me money.
Like the drive-thru, for example. Somebody pay for your food in the drive-thru.
Yes, like I've had random experiences like that where I'm like, oh my God, I'm on my last, like, what am I going to do? And then something just miraculously happens. Because I know within myself that I'm being good. I'm spreading positivity.
Yes, and I feel like that's that belief that does that for you.
Because
if you don't fight back, it's not going to get better.
Right.
The resilience. It's resilience.
And I feel like that, yes, there is God, but he has, just like, I mean, they refer to it as angels and demons, but I feel like there's negative energy and there's positive energy. I don't necessarily sit here and think, oh, there's this big googly black ghost that's in my room that's gonna kill me or something. I feel like what's bothering me today, I'm trying to go to work. Boom, there's a police trying to pull me over. That's trying to stop me. That's a negative energy. Some people will say, look, the devil is busy.
And that's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm coming to work. There's 2 customers that's mad at me. Somebody cussing me out. Somebody saying this. Somebody, oh, she ain't. You know, like, I just feel it's just negative energy, not necessarily that it's
old
just,
man trying to leave his equipment.
Man, Dre had came to my job and this old man was just like, he had bought something from somewhere else and tried to throw it back at us. Like, here, you keep this. I'm like, I'm not keeping nothing, sir. You have to take that somewhere else.
Bro,
like, I felt like
on
that
the counter and try to dip.
Yes.
And talking about I'm scared to come and get it back. Like, motherfucker, nobody gonna do nothing to your ass.
Scared of Dre.
That shit was funny. It probably was.
What about you?
I mean, I always pray to the one God, so that's how. I'll never change that.
Yeah.
So that's all I know. So that's all I'm gonna go with. Not saying that nobody else's viewpoint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's interesting to hear actually y'all viewpoints on it because give or take, you know, I feel the same damn way. Mm-hmm. It's just the way that was just structured. How I felt like, how I've been going about it in life. But I think it's really interesting to hear, especially how you describe self-guard, because you know what? A lot of, like you said, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of stuff is self-inflicted. Like, everything pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like,
go off of what decisions you make.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. If we are an image of self, then God made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But how is he perfect and we not if he's an image of... It's like you got to be very critical of it, because if you're not, then they just going to have you believe in anything they need you to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I was just like. It's an image in itself. And if that's the case, then as much as I can say, God, I need you to do this for me, I can look in the mirror and say, you can do this for me.
There you
that's
go.
what I'm going to look in the mirror as there's a God in me, right? Yes. Cool. So that's what I'm talking to.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, so yeah, that's how I felt about it. But what about you, Josh? One God versus self-God versus multiple gods.
Who played in one person?
All right.
Self-God. I'm saying, to me, I can, with believing in myself, I can do whatever I think is possible. Like, just believing from within me, I can make whatever I want to make happen. It's just by whatever decisions I make, looking at myself and saying, hey, this is what I need to do. I'm not going to no outside entity to be looking like, oh, I need your help. No, I'm going to buckle down and do that shit and get it done myself. Like, I believe in myself enough to know that I can get whatever I want done. Or whatever the circumstances is, I look at myself first before anybody.
And I don't feel like an outside entity or being would have put us here without enough of that for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to put us down here with a half a tank of gas. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be full for what we need to go through. Through from born to death. You know what I'm saying? We have enough. We just got to get it out of ourselves. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like, he's not going to put us down here half-ass. You know what I mean? Like, and the people that do go through certain things that you don't are like speed bumps and like just little things on the side of the street that, oh, damn, that nigga get pulled over. I'm glad that, or, you know what I'm saying? This is more of a like, don't do that. Like, you just look to the left and to the right. It just be like signs, don't do that, or this is going to happen. Don't do that. And what you take from that is what you take from that. You might look over there and be like, oh, that nigga runs clean, but he getting locked up selling drugs. Yeah. And you follow that, that's what happened. Yeah. If you look over there and be like, oh, that's him.
So that's bound to happen to you. Eventually, I mean, if you go down that path.
And you got to notice all these quotes and rules is like, don't hang around certain people or you're going to become that. Like, all of these things are self-quotes. quoted. You know what I'm saying? It's like you control who you hang around to become who you want to become. Right. You know what I'm saying? You control what you get, the information, all of that. So, yeah, man, that's just self-guide. So do you think you would have had a relationship with God or religion in general if it wasn't introduced by your parents?
That goes back to what I said earlier, about like having that spiritual sense, I guess you can say, at a young age. So I do believe that I would have had like a very strong spiritual sense. It might maybe would have took a little bit longer for me to find it or figure it out, but I still believe that I would have had it because of the gifts and visions that I've been having since like a small child to now. Like it's just certain things that make you spiritual from just, seeing.
What about you, Tay?
Nah, because like I said, everything is pretty much taught. I run off what was taught to me, because that's all I know. So if they wasn't looking at no God or nothing like that, I probably wouldn't be looking into it like that. Like, I would have to seek it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. Because as a person, I probably wonder why everybody why they saying God this and God that? You know what I'm saying? My mama and dad, they didn't teach me this. Yeah. Like, we went off something totally different. Like, just blase, or whatever it is. I would have to jump into that. But if they didn't show me or teach me the way, I don't think I would.
For me, I would have been curious. Just like growing up, like you said, I wonder what that, like, what they mean. Like, what you mean, God? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like picking up on certain things and just taking it for myself and then just getting the information. Right. And of course, that would have been a very different future. But at the same time, like, that might have been another reason why they didn't just allow that to happen, or why parents don't allow that to really develop, is because that worry of we might be different because of that. And if that is what draw differences between you and your child, then that's kind of the problem in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Just for it to just be religion, but people take it with a different type of weight. So, yeah. What about you, Josh?
Probably the same. I would have found it eventually. I think it's one of those things you're confronted with it regardless, because religion is based into everything that we do on a daily basis. I mean, you turn on Sports Center, somebody's winning a basketball game and saying thank God, or you're listening to music, they're gonna give God references, or it's inevitable. So I think I would have found it. I probably would have been the same. It probably just took me a little bit longer.
What about you?
I guess it's pretty much the same, because now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna come up, and even if it wasn't, I guess, put upon you, it's gonna come up in like music and just in life, just being in the world. You're gonna see certain. I mean, it's gonna come up as or whatever. So it's gonna, and then I guess other family members too. It's just maybe not your parents, but you might grandparents, something like that. So I guess the relationship wouldn't have been as broad, probably as fast, but I guess it would have been there, but just probably would have questioned it earlier. I think, just especially with it not being introduced, and then somebody telling you to do this or trying to take you somewhere and you ain't never been a part of. You're like, what is this? But I guess just probably making it be more questionable earlier.
Does anybody here still go to church? No.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to go to church. Period.
You said you do?
I do, bro. Like, I feel, I'm telling you, I just feel some type of way about not going.
Yeah.
But it's like, consistently, bro, I'm not going. I can sit here and say, bro, I've been going on the holidays that I think that I have to go. Easter, Mother's Day, I'll probably go on Father's Day, and that's, to me, that's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I even going them days if I ain't going no other day?
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, like this mold I done got in now, kind of like, yeah, bro, I gotta go on Easter, cause I got to do this. Like, I got mad last year. Easter was on my birthday, bro. I ain't go to church. That's the first time I ain't been to church on an Easter
it's
ever
on,
in my
it's on your
life.
birthday again, because the Xbox
Oh, it
19.
is. It's on the.
Yeah.
Boy, that's wild.
That's redemption. Look.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Like, it's. I don't know, man.
I ain't even like
Nah,
it ain't important.
So what do you do to feel that? What do you do to fill that void right now since you don't go? Like what was you saying earlier? You just tune on.
yeah, I try to tune in, you know, and every morning, bro. I start my morning off with a gospel song. I've been listening to that Kanye album, really crazy.
Yeah, that
So
album
just-
is crazy.
It's crazy. I've been listening to it every day, bro. And you know what? Like, I've been going through so much emotionally and mentally. I believe I have to just go there, bro, because that's all I know, and that's all I was raised upon.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, you know, you're going through so much, you getting blessings, but you also taking a hit with everything that's going on.
The
far
better
as
the
family
blessings, the worse the blow.
the worse the blow
Yeah.
is, bro. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming up now, but hold on. Why my pop going through this and that? Or why was my cousin just take it? I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I thought everything was going to be good as I was coming up. And it's like the worlds collide and it's just making a mess for me. You know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, me going to church, maybe I could get something in my heart to take that and make me feel some type of way about it. But yet again, if I go, once I get out of church, am I going to go back to that same feel that I had before? It was just that little hour and 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes I was in church that I felt like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This shit perfect now. You know, it's good. But Monday, I wake up on Monday, I'm like, damn, I'm still the same moody ass nigga.
I know I had listened to a podcast. I'm going to send it to y'all. They was pretty much talking about similar stuff. They did it a long while back, but it was like, they take, like, some people take churches that fix, like, go there for that hour and a half, I feel good, and then get back out. And then it's like almost, you just getting that once a week fix. Like, you feel good for that little bit of time, and then once you out, then it's just that cycle back
to the same shit, bro. And that's what I don't be understanding, because that day, that Sunday, I feel perfect. Like, I went to church, I feel good today. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then Monday come around, something done went wrong, and I'm going back to just being in this badass space. And man, I don't know, that's something I guess I'll never really understand.
Yeah, good. 28.
Josh, what do you think?
Nothing. Just talk to him on a daily basis. I mean, I don't read the Bible like. Can't tell you the last time. Even when I did go, I didn't read it like that. Besides church, but I don't really do much to fill the void. I mean, I listen to Christian music, but it doesn't mean it has to be a Sunday. Like, it can just be sometimes. I got a little playlist on my phone of like old stuff I grew up listening to.
Church, the shit that had the church jumping.
Yeah, bro. When they would play music in the church, and they would. I don't know if you ever had this happen. I'm sure you have. But like the choir gets so jumping that they don't even preach. They just play music the whole church. Like, that's my favorite time to go to church. We used to do that at Maiden Chapel all the time. Bro, we'd be in there for an hour and a half, nothing but choir singing. I know they'd be so mad at the daggone choir director.
Yeah, because they take 10 minutes to do one song. But,
singing the chorus over and over again.
You did it?
no, I don't go to church. Well, I like, far as still going. Last time I went, it was my birthday. My grandma had texted me. She was texting me happy birthday. And she was like, I want you to come to church. And I was like, I was off, so I was like, I gotta go. And I went in with an open mind, like, all right, I ain't been in a while. I know how I feel about it. I want to go in to see, like, clear-headed, see how it is. And after a little bit, that shit just turned on. Sound like the dude from Charlie Brown, bro. It was just like, it just became, I don't know. I just couldn't get with it. It just became background noise after a while. As far as fulfilling the void, I guess the church void I don't, but I do other stuff just in place of, I guess, what somebody would do that would go to church. I don't know. But yeah.
Me personally, nah. I stopped going to church whenever I got the chance. And I just feel like I just like I said, so I'm self-God inflicted really. So I feel like I just talk to him and just feel the void of it, of challenging myself, making sure I do better every day, just decisions I made, all of that good stuff, you know. I feel like that in itself, just keeping up with yourself and everything inside and trying to make it better every day is on the same path of, you know, trying to just be positive, fill that void, I guess, for me.
I don't go to church, but unless they ask me to. When they do, I'm talking about people from my family. I try to make it, and I feel the void by doing things for like other people. Like, I know this might sound weird, and y'all probably think that's weird, but I like to go to nursing homes to see people that don't have nobody to come see them because their family just like they old and I don't care. I like to go there. I like to go see people smile, like just because. Dang, somebody thought to actually, to see me. Oh my gosh, I don't care about the smell or anything like that because nursing homes, you know they. But like, I like to do stuff like that. I like to feed positivity into others, meditate, speak life and positivity in other people's lives. So.
What do you think happens in our afterlife? Is heaven or hell something that you believe in?
I'm not sure about afterlife. I'm not sure how it goes. I'm not really sure about what is going to happen to us. I'm not sure where we're going to be or where we are, but I feel like my vision of heaven and hell is not what we have been taught. I feel like when somebody dies and they were a good person, then I feel like their spirit is going to be at ease. Their spirit is going to be at peace. They're in heaven. I feel like if somebody dies and they were an evil person, say like somebody that was out here that just was a serial killer and killed kids and, you know, just had an evil mind or evil person. He was just an evil person, you know, period. I feel like if he died, his spirit, his soul would not be at peace. He's in hell. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily think that, oh, you're going here, that's a place that you go. I feel like after you die, whatever spirit you were in is what spirit you're gonna be in, heaven or hell. And I feel like if you were genuinely a good person to people and you genuinely had good, you know, intentions for others and yourself and just wanted to promote good, not perfect.
It's a pure soul.
Yeah, not perfect, but good. You know, the majority of you was good. You know, you didn't have an evil intent. Like you were, you know, okay, yeah, you might have told somebody a white lie. Hey, where you at, bro? I'm 5 minutes away. You ain't even left the driveway yet. Okay, I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, in general, for people that are just not right, you know, they will be in hell within themselves because of the mentality and mindset that they had, the spirit that they had.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Josh, about the afterlife?
I don't know, man. I think there's something there. Man, it's weird how I believe. Somewhere I believe that somehow you come. I don't believe you come back, but
shape or form.
yeah, but like I feel like a piece of you comes back because I do believe that people stay around after they die. Some people do at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you just feel things, and it's weird how I have this happen. Like it's like I've seen some stuff happen before, or I'll see it happen before it happens. Like it makes you.
Oh, deja vu, right?
I mean, yeah, it is, but it makes you feel like that's exactly what it's called. But it makes you feel like you've been there before for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's weird, man, and it don't happen all the time. It just happens sometimes. But I don't know. I mean, I think you do go. I think there is a heaven and hell, but I don't. You know, I'm not saying they're exactly how the Bible says they are. I'm not saying that they're not either, but I just, you know, you have a perception of something like just by what you read or what you've been taught your whole life. So I'm sure it's not, you know, verbatim, definite.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I do believe that there's something else. But it's weird how certain religions look at certain things when it comes to like reincarnation and stuff. I'm not saying that I agree with all that, but I do think some people's spirits stay around. I'm not saying that they're good spirits or bad spirits. I don't know which one is which, but it's weird.
But for me, I just think we either go into when it comes to the heaven and hell thing, it kind of helps me make sense of the afterlife. I just feel like it's like if you, like she was saying, if you were a good person, you go into a heavenly setting, whatever that, like, not even a place or whatever. It's just you're a heavenly, like, just the spirit doing, you know what I'm saying, doing good in some type of way. I don't know. So I believe you come back in another life form for this to even be plausible. It's just like, and if you were like, hell is more of the evil people that love to do the bad things that made them like a serial killer, for example. They love to kill people, like in a sense, honestly. So their hell for them would be whatever they would imagine is good for them. Like a serial killer would love to have heads hanging. Like, so if when they pass away, whatever you wish for is what you get. But it's in that evil state. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still in that evil state as what she was saying. Like, that spirit that you leave in, you in. But in that same notion, you get to have all your memories. You get to you're in a different life form. And the things that led that spirit is limitless. It's like everything's limitless after this, but I also believe you do come into another life form or parallel like type universe. It's of like just some sort. It's just, I don't know. I just be thinking about the shit like. Just when you pass, you just, I don't know. My vision of it is passing and floating up in the air. Yeah, like you just like pass away. It's just like all the little sparkles just float up type shit. Just sparkles just float up, and then you either go like you cooling like
it's like when Thanos snapped his fingers, everybody evaporated.
And now everything you could wish for, you could get, and you could look down on whoever you want to. You can make things happen for whoever you want to. Like, and it's just that different life form that you're in, which is now you're with whoever is past. And you're all in that same life form. So you can do whatever you want, go whatever. Like, yeah, so, or it's just a set of memories that you could just look back on, like TV channels that you could just, damn, like you just up there, just whatever.
Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, it's really like hallucination type. Like, this is like, I just be really just thinking about the shit. It's just wild. But, Dre, how you feel about it?
I don't know. I feel like it's just, your energy just goes somewhere else. I'm saying, your body did, you know what I'm saying? Your body is, I guess, lifeless, but your energy, your spirit it's still, I guess it's still there in a sense. You hear in some other form, I guess.
Yeah.
Really not, I guess, maybe not reincarnated, but your energy, your spirit is still there.
Yeah, and to clarify mine, because it was kind of crazy, it's just like, heaven and hell is both separation. Like, they're both separate places, but they're both good. And it's whatever your mind creates for you. Whatever you need your mind to create for you to be at ease. Either way it goes, heaven or hell, is whatever you want, you need. So, yeah. But.
And heaven and hell, I'm saying, I don't know. I don't feel like it's what they pictured as you go to hell, you just burning forever, and you in heaven, you just up there and like in the clouds and shit. Like, just, I guess, just the pictures they put out they put out to show you, I guess, their perception of the shit. Cause can't nobody tell us what it is, cause ain't nobody went there and came back. I think it's just whatever your mindset is, or if that's what you think. I guess that's where you may go, or I don't know. But as far as believing in heaven and hell, no. But it's just a thing they done put on us to make it like, oh, you do this, you're gonna go this place. You do that, you're gonna go that place.
To make the practice is easier to follow.
They say that you got somewhere to go once you're gone. Like, but yeah, I think you just I don't think you going somewhere burning for the rest of your life, because I'm saying, if that's the case, ain't nobody going to heaven, because everybody done did some bad shit in their life. So you ain't gonna sit here and say, just because you did more good shit, you going to heaven, or because you were saved, or whatever the circumstances
and who are we
is.
to level out that scale of bad or good? You know?
Yeah, you going off a checklist. Oh, you did more wrong. All right, you going down there. Like, nah. This is a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo they done put in our heads to believe.
If I'm not mistaken, right, and you might can help me out with this. When you die, your soul don't automatically go to hell. I mean, heaven or hell. It actually stays.
Yes.
So, with knowing that, like, yeah, you're taught heaven is a good place, hell is a bad place, but ain't God supposed to come down and then release everybody's souls to, different to wherever you're supposed to go or whatnot? So, with me just thinking that and always like knowing that in my head, where are your spirits going while until that happens?
That's the reason why I became as spiritual as I did, because I would always ask that question. Like, if God hasn't came back and if Jesus hadn't come back to get everybody yet,
If
to
I still
take
believe
people
in
to
that,
heaven
you
or
better
hell,
stop waiting.
where's the spirits at then? Like, where's everybody at?
Yeah, because
That answer.
that had never been that ain't never been answered, and I'm like, hold up, so spirit just floating around here like whoever is sitting right here just listening to this conversation, because I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I quit. Like they said, you can't question this, you can't do that, you can't do that, but you can't help that as a person. You're going to question because your mind wants to grow and you want to gain that train of thought. You know what I'm saying? So, granted, I do believe maybe it's a good place or maybe it's a bad place. I don't know. Somebody came up with this a long time ago and said it was. I don't know if this was just, is it a big myth or is it whatever it is? But like I said, that question itself to me is crazy.
Can't tell you if it's true or not.
No,
like I said, ain't nobody waiting came back.
Don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? That's
You can't
just
go
what
visit
we.
that shit. It ain't up the street.
That's just, it was in this King James version of this book. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Honestly, I want somebody. If you listening and you done got this deep in, please hit me and tell me where your spirit goes in between that time, because I done read the book. I ain't seen that. I don't know. Like, I want somebody to pinpoint this out for me. But I mean, that's just my perspective on.
Bible thumper, stay where y'all at.
Yeah, they're gonna find something.
Oh God.
But yeah, I'm good.
So, what are some religious or spiritual practices that you guys follow? Start with Dre.
Me? I do, like, as far as I wake up in the morning and I read out, I got a book. It's called Black Pearls. It's African American daily affirmations, meditations, and that's something else. I should have brung it with me, but yeah, it's daily affirmations and meditations, and it got quotes too, but it's something just to start my mind off with a positive note. I got the CoStar app I use, Pattern, Eternal Sunshine, just for daily affirmations and different just quotes out through the day that they send you. I try to meditate. I try, but it's just something that I just got to keep doing, because it's just
I got meditation music.
I'm saying I got apps. Yeah, I got like the Insight, Calm. I had Calm at one point. I don't got it no more, but
That shit expensive.
yeah, I know. Insight is free though. Yeah, I do. They had like guided meditations and stuff like that on there. So, but it's just something. I just have to calm myself down just to do it, because I just be real antsy all the time. But yoga, and then I go to the like Saturday I went to Awakening 11:11. It was just like they had different stuff there, just selling different crystal bracelets, sage, different candles with just natural stuff. It just different vendors that had stuff like that. Damn, they had stuff like that. It's a place called Conscious Connections in Charlotte. They do they have like a thing every Wednesday. They have just pretty much like a huddle. They come and they start off with like a little light meditation. Then they just go into, they have like a different topic each week they talking about. And this is like a big group discussion. Baseline of different stuff they do. And just different things like that that I describe to, that I do. So, yeah.
What about you, Aliyah?
So I'm.
You was ready to get this.
Like with Dre, I meditate. I do affirmations. I listen to affirmations when I sleep. I just try to. I don't do yoga because.
Hey, that shit is harder than it look, bro.
Man,
Trust me.
it's like you got to grab your elbow from the back of your. It's just.
That shit
do
is
it.
calming though, but yeah,
It looks calming, but
yeah, it's real relaxing though.
But yeah, I do pray. I mean, I still pray. I really write a lot.
Yeah,
I write. I write a lot. I write a lot of things that I want to happen, things that I want to get rid of within myself, things that I want to make grow around me. Everything that you want to happen, you can manifest it yourself. I manifested like $2,300 one time, y'all. Oh my gosh! Like it shocked me because like we're taught for so long that depend on one thing, one source, one thing, versus speaking life and positivity and great things into your life and into yourself and watch it grow from yourself. That we just think that we just got to say this scripture and that's gonna give us some money in our hands. No, you gotta manifest it yourself. You gotta believe it yourself. You gotta know what to do for you that can manifest whatever you want to grow and happen around you.
What about you, Josh?
I said mine a few times. I mean, just talk to them every day. I don't really have anything I'd say that's. I like to run when I like outside. That's kind of common to me.
Oh yeah.
I don't do it on a daily basis, but if you ever get a chance to do it, like actually get to run and keep going, zone out the world. I don't know if that's anything spiritual or not, though.
I'm saying that gets you to a calm place to
Well, I don't have to have it to get to a calm place.
I'm saying that it helps though. It helps me anyway.
Because it helps relax your mind.
It does. I mean, it does. Sometimes it makes it'll make me think a little bit more than what I should, and I overthink things. But I like to do it. It's not something I do daily. I try to at least get a mile in. Try to get a mile in 5 days a week if I can. But
I don't know. Me personally, I just, like I said earlier, just talk to myself. Really try to coach myself. Really, just be a self coach, and at the same time, understand why things are happening, and try to put just pieces together to where you can always be calm, always be in a state of peace, and don't let actions get you to react. And it's like little stuff like that. I just try to stay on myself about being as close to perfect as I can possibly get, and I won't ever be, but just, just trying to coach myself and be ready for whatever obstacle or whatever comes my way. Just also energy, just like crystals and stuff too. We got those around the crib, and just be reading up on those, researching, understanding like just the things that were naturally here that healed people and helped people get through things, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just really being more than myself, really. What about you?
I kind of talked about it earlier. Like I said, every morning, I try to start off with a gospel song, something to kind of get me in the spirit. But like daily, throughout the day, I have to pray throughout the day. Like when I feel like, something's got tough or just something I believe I need some type of help, and I go and I just, I find that little space that I need, and, I might close my eyes for a second and say, Lord, please, like, be with me during this, or blase, try to help me figure out a way to figure this out. And that's That's just me. Like sometimes, like Josh was saying, even like on the run, might be sitting there like pushing yourself and saying, "Man, damn, I don't know if I can get to this goal. But Lord, please be with me. But as I get to this goal, you know, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there." So, I mean, it's just a present throughout the day, every day for me. You know what I'm saying? And even like we used to, like coming up, I was always getting on my knees at night, praying at night, knees. You know what I'm saying? And that was just instilled in me. I don't do it as much now, but I know I can talk to God anytime now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you just personally have to just do that every night like that. You know what I'm saying? I can have this conversation. There's no schedule.
Nah,
like,
it's open 24 hours.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Day.
Like anytime you need to talk, even without going to church, you can talk to God from whoever you want to talk to from your home. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting that and I'm understanding that now. You know, like I said, like y'all talked about Christians being hypocrites. That's truly hypocritical that you think because somebody go to church, they don't feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they dumb to this. Or I'm a better person than them because I'm going to church and I'm hearing the word all the time. But damn, I'm criticizing Dre over here because how he think about something, or I got something to say about Tay because he ain't doing it. Yeah. You know, like, why? I don't care. Honestly, me personally, exactly. I don't care what you doing and how you think. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm happy with me and myself and I know my own salvation and whatever I want to believe in, who gives a fuck about it? Like, that over there. You get what I'm saying? I know what I got to do for me because at the end of the day, I got to have me. So God know that it come down to me. It miss me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna have this personal relationship, but the thing is with the whole religion thing in general, with how I look at it is, how can another person judge what you believe in, bro? You can't. Everybody is made different. We all think differently. So why say that group of people over there is fucked up compared to this group of niggas? These people over here, we all different. We all grew up different. We all see things differently. That's what makes us great, though, to me. Yeah. Like, hearing standpoints and stand views of everybody else, bro. I learned something today from all y'all, because I'm like, okay, shit.
The dialogue,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's bro. Like,
we need dialogue we need a dialogue without right or wrong.
Right.
Once you get everything out there, you can be like, okay.
You can make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? There's some things in life that you just know is fucking wrong, bro. Like, go ahead, murder a nigga just cause, bro. That to me, all right. That's just extreme, wrong, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But some shit like I be like, who y'all? You saying that shit wrong? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My judgment is like,
that's him.
That's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he felt about that situation. Boom. Bro, that's I got a time for about that.
But that's why a lot of times that's why I had to keep that shit to myself. How I feel, because most of the times it was came up with certain people or came a topic or like that came a discussion. That shit went left every single time. So most of the time I just keep it to myself. A lot of times, like even at family gathering or something, it just people be talking like that discussion come up or something. I sit there and observe. I ain't gonna say shit because I already know as soon as I say something, that shit gonna turn the whole
left.
Whirlwind.
Yeah. Like you just outcast weird to the shit.
Yeah, and it's because they being judgmental instead of being understanding.
Exactly.
Not even that. Most of the time they're not even listening.
To
like
instead of understanding.
Once
exactly what you just said.
Once they see you going against what they think, and they just shut off their shit, and they go in attack mode instead of like you have to listen to with the intent to
everything takes development.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you know what? The way people think, man, like you never know what a person is going through. I live by that. Like, yo, you never know. Yeah. This nigga might be acting out doing something. You just don't know. That's why when they get to religion and shit like that, like, I have my own beliefs, but I don't like to really just harp on it because, like I said, everybody's different, bro. That's what makes us great as people as a whole. That's what makes us learn from other people. Like, granted, you want to think the way you want to, but as far as me thinking, I know I got to control this, and that kind of goes into like that self-guard you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that made a lot of sense to me, and I ain't never really even thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? That opened like a door for me to actually be like, bro.
And that's the fear of it, and that's what they want for us not to think, just do. You know what I'm saying? Just follow, bro.
Right.
Yeah, so hell nah. As much as we can, we gotta indulge and push out at the same time. We had a great episode today. Anybody got anything else put on it?
Man, prayers up for my OG though.
Of course.
I wanna say that at the end of this because it's been kind of rough. So.
Of course. Long live G, of course.
Yes, sir.
Jay, you got anything you want to say?
Start unlearning some stuff. Stop just going
and
by
researching some stuff.
Stop thinking everything that was taught was the right way. Go and learn some stuff. Read some books.
This is not nobody saying right or wrong. It's just saying go get information. Information pushes the culture, pushes the generation, pushes everything. Information. You have no excuse to go get whatever you need out of information right now. And we also going to put a link in the bio for the GoFundMe. We're going to have to get some equipment, microphone, got studio time on the way, merch on the way. A lot of good things coming. We're going to try to make this podcast a lot better, get the audio quality right, just make everything better every episode at a time. And we're going to need everybody's help, whether that's listening, supporting, reposting, funds, whatever you need it to be. We're okay with that. The podcast that never was, and we out.